Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Connie, Slender Summer Side Hustles. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My channel is all about business, entrepreneurship, side hustles, and lifestyle because we are freestyling this until we channel everything. So welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi darling, I hope you like it here and I hope you're here to stay. To all my regulars, darling, thank you for always tuning in and for always commenting, you know. Always for the girl. Ooh, darling, 'cause you're my baby. Your location started when we were younger. Is this what happened when I think about you? I don't know your name, but excuse me, I get in my feelings, yeah. I start reminiscing, yeah. Guys, my eyes are red. I just took a shower. So excuse my eyes. I need to do this video because tomorrow I'm gonna be really busy. So guys, I've got my phone here in front of me, the yellow phone. In today's video, I just want to share with you, we're going to be talking about how you can identify defects at your building project, whether you are a site manager or you are a homeowner, a client. I think this information will be very vital for you, and it will also help you to spot these defects at an earlier stage so that you can save a lot of money. I've got like some notes here, so I'm gonna be going through my notes as I share this with you, so just so that I don't skip anything. Okay, so let's get started with the video. So I've got few points here. What I'm gonna be sharing with you, I think I will start on a foundation level, right? When you have just started with your project, during foundations, there are things that you have to do during your foundation that if you don't do might affect your structure. Okay, it means that if your foundation is not strong enough, your house can collapse, literally. You see the house that you built, it can collapse, it can have cracks, and it will cost you a lot of money to fix. So during foundation stage, a very important thing also during foundation stage, there is before you put on your footing, or you put on your concrete footing for the foundation, depending on the type of foundation that you also are doing, right? There is a termite that you have to spray around. I will take a screenshot online and just put it here. You mix it with water and you spray it around where you're gonna do your concrete footing. That one, it's going to kill like insects and termites on the ground so that they do not penetrate through the foundation. The other thing is to use DPC. DPC is like a plastic, it's a membrane that helps, or that is used to prevent moisture from penetrating from groundwater to the concrete footing, to your foundation, basically. So those are two critical materials or things that you also have to do during your foundation stage. Okay, besides that, in terms of the structure, of course, the specs will be given by the engineer, or it will be shown on your drawing on how you should build your foundation or do your foundation, right? So but those are the two things that I would want to share with you to not bypass. Make sure that you do that. And I'm gonna share with you also, I'll get a picture online on what defect can that cause if you do not apply that. If you do not apply that termite, or you don't put the DPC, this is what can result in your building. So you see guys, in most houses, there are houses that even online or TikTok, I've seen people complaining about that. And around the house, just like wabana mofatimo, around the house, you will see that most of the time the plaster will start what can I say, the plaster will show that there's a moisture. So that moisture, it penetrates from the ground. So if you don't put those things, you will have to deal with that, and that's money to do that. So do not do shortcuts. Make sure you buy the right material, and then your guys do proper things. And the other important thing is it will be good for you to be present during your project, so that you are able to also identify this defects before they form, so that you prevent them. Okay. So the best time it will be during the construction phase, because some of these defects won't show once your builder has completed the project. It can show after a couple of months. Some can show during like completion of the project, but some can show after like months or years. So if you really don't pay attention to these defects, later on you can spend a lot of money to do all the repairs. So yeah, so just make sure that these things are picked up and the quality is not compromised during your construction phase. Okay. I also want to share with you the best way. If you've got a builder, request the builder to do checklists for you, and they must sign off those checklists. And also it will depend on the agreement that you have with the builder, if you have drafted an agreement with them. So request a checklist, quality assurance checklist from the builder for all the trades, and make sure that they are signed. Somebody signs off those checklists, okay, so that somebody can be liable at a later stage should those defects come up. All right. And then the contractor or the builder can be accountable for those defects. And like always communicate with them. Like I wouldn't know the agreement that you have with your builder, but communicate with them on time. Also in terms of the payment, if you're going, how you're gonna release the payment, and yeah, things that will help back the payment should you have any defects that are occurring during the construction, after the construction. You can also give them like a period of 6 to 12 months. You can hold a retention from their payments, just so that should those defects be identified after that period, then you can utilize that money to fix those defects. So now moving to the brickwork. So after your foundation has been completed, then the brickwork comes, right? During the brickwork, you need to make sure that your guys use what is it? Trata elevatung. But I'll put it here. They need to use brick force, right? They need to use the brick force. Make sure that these guys, when they build, they put on the brick force, okay? They do proper stuff. All right. And make sure that the bricks are square, because that can also affect the plaster, meaning your plaster guy can end up using more plaster to fix the bugger up that the bricklayers have made. And then during that, so in my case, I'm just gonna share with you a few of the defects that I've picked up on the brickwork. On my case, remember, I'm doing renovations, so I'm joining the old house with the current structure that we are building. So what I have identified is, in other areas where we are joining the old structure with the new structure, the guy didn't join the bricks properly. So first of all, these bricks here, this guy didn't join these bricks properly here, so I don't know, we might have to break this wall and redo it. You see here, he tried to join these walls, but he skipped some other areas. And in that case, there's a way to fix that because it will create cracks during plaster. So if you are going to have a project like that, you can fix that during plaster work, whereby they put mesh and then they plaster with that mesh on the wall so that it can prevent the cracks. So yeah, so those are the things, some of the things that I have identified. The brickwork, and then there's also one door frame that they didn't put properly, but that I think we'll have to uninstall it and reinstall it, or the plaster guy will have to like work around it or chop to fix the corner and make it straight and square so that the plaster can be can flush properly with the door frame. And then moving along on the roof, what you can do on the roof is you have to go up the roof, guys. There is no shortcuts to this. At the end of the day, this is your money that you're going to be losing. And these guys, they do take shortcuts. Trust me, they do take shortcuts. I'm just going to show you here the defects that they have also, that I found on the roof at home. There were chipped tiles that they had patched with mortar. There were cracked tiles that they could have replaced, because I mean, I still have tiles at home that are laying just there. I don't know why didn't they just replace those tiles. And then there's some cracks on the ridging, but that we can chip off the mixture and redo it and seal it with waterproofing. And then the tiles that are chipped and the tiles that they patched with the mortar, we need to remove and replace those tiles. So you see there's a tile that cracked, there's some chipped tiles, and there's a missing tile. I don't know what happened there. The patches that I'm talking about is this. I don't know why didn't he not change the flipping tiles. And here and there. So these are some of the defects that you will never see. I don't know, here we must patch again this crack. And then the other big issue that I was not happy with, it was the storeroom. So on the storeroom, I had asked them to put a slab because there's going to be a JoJo tank on top of the storeroom. So what they did is the slab was supposed to slope, and they were supposed to put pipes so that the rainwater can flow to those pipes, but they didn't do that. And when I got home, I was really pissed off because I gave them that instruction and they agreed to the instruction. So you see the storeroom, this is what I was referring to. So I had to now build 2 courses around again, and then we'll have to screed on that slab and then put the pipes on both sides of the slab of the storeroom, I mean, so that the water can flow out. Other than that, what's the other defect? The floor is not really a defect because the levels, we just have to level the old and the new floor levels. And then other than that, I don't think there is much. But I think if you are busy with your renovations or with your projects, just be mindful of this kind of things so that at a later stage you don't have to spend a lot of money to fix them. Your builder should be a reputable person, and you should hire someone that knows what they are doing. And just don't compromise on poor material, cheap material. Yeah, it will cost you at a later stage. But also compare prices and make sure that the specifications that you are given on your by your architect, it's exactly what you're going to follow, okay? Because at a later stage, you are the one that's going to be staying there. If the house deteriorates, you are the one who's going to be staying there. If it rains and everything collapses, you are the one who's going to be losing your life. So do not compromise on that, and make sure that you do the right thing. So I hope that you guys, this video was valuable for you. And yeah, I'll catch you again on the next one. Ciao.